Hi guys, welcome to the part 4 of this video series where I go through the Django documentation and learn it and show you, I'll go through the errors and all that I face, and this also helps you while you are learning it. So in case you haven't watched the part 1, 2 and 3 of this series, I would recommend you to go and watch it. Okay, so let's continue. So as of now, what we have seen is that we have got Django Admin working fine. We have got these models registered in the Django Admin. We can add question, we can add choices, we can view them. We want to add some choices, we can add some choices here, link it to a question. So these are the things that we can currently do. And on the front end, on the visitor side, so you can see the list of polls and view the choices in that poll. Yeah, okay, so now let's extend this app more. And so here we write a minimal form. So let's open this file first. Polls template detail. So here we have got heading of, here we got H1. So it has got question title in that. So we have got it here already. So what we are going to do now, we will remove this UL section and copy from here till here and paste it. So let's discuss about what's happening here. So it says if error message, then show it here in strong in a paragraph. So this code, this bit executes only if there is any error message, and the error will be shown here. So we will have to specify the error probably. So let's see. Form action URL polls vote. So like I showed you, told you about the reverse search. It's going to search for the URL for polls vote. So polls vote. So the app name is polls and URL and the name is vote. So once it finds that, it will go to that. And question ID we will get on detail already, because we are passing that in the details. When we load the view detail, we pass the question ID, and this also goes to the view. So here, so basically this, if this is details page, so for example this is the question ID, then form action will be URL for this one. What is the URL for vote? Yeah, suppose one and then vote. Basically this is question ID. Yeah, and method is post, which is best method, because we shouldn't use method get when we are doing anything with the database. And this is CSRF token. So CSRF is used to stop cross-site request forgeries. So this also secures our application. So we should use this CSRF token, and then it is looping through all the choices in that particular question. Like we discussed in the last tutorial, that this underscore set means it will return all the choices with the which are linked with this particular question. So in this case it will return all these, and then we have got input type radio, name is equal to choice, ID is equal to choice. I'm not sure why they are using for loop dot counter here, though it is used to see the how many times your for loop has completed already. So we'll discuss about this. For loop dot counter indicates how many times the for loop tag has gone through its loop. Yeah, but we could do something like we could put this choice.id here. It would have been a nice practice as well, but it doesn't matter actually. It only helps because ID it doesn't go to the database. The main important things are name and value. So if you set the choice as like choice 5, then what gets sent to the database actually is that choice is equal to choice 5, and label for that is there. So these are the main important bits are name and value. Okay, let's have a look. Yeah, good. Yeah, so we can vote from here, but I don't think it does something. Yeah, because it doesn't do anything in the database. So we will have to do something with it in the database. So in the URLs, polls.urls, we have got vote. Yeah, currently I think we haven't got much on the vote section, on the vote view. Vote, yeah, there is nothing actually. It's a dummy text. So we have to first see if we have got everything that's needed. HTTP response, HTTP redirect, Django dot import get object or 404, yeah, and render, and we need to import reverse. Yeah, we will see how they are using it. Yeah, it is currently showing as grayed out because we are not currently using it anywhere in the application. So we will leave other bits as it is and work on vote. This means that leave everything above it as it is. And the vote, we have got request and question ID being passed into that. So we will copy everything below that and replace it with this. So let's actually go through it. So this question variable, it gets the question with the primary key what we provided. If it doesn't get that, if it's not there, then show 404, show that it's not there, and it will try to find selected choice is equal to question dot choice underscore set dot get primary key. Okay, so it is trying to find whether there is any choice available with the same primary key what is being provided. So when we both we do provide choice is equal to this. So in the database it is looking for if there is any choice with that primary key, because we are getting that primary key in this one, and if it can't find it, then show key error, choice does not exist, and return, yeah, basically go back to the same page. Yeah, go back to the same page with an error that you did not select a choice. And we provided a kind of placeholder for error message on the detail page here, so that error message will come here. So if it doesn't get any error, if it works fine, then selected choice dot votes plus is equal to 1. So it will fetch the current count of the votes and then increase it by 1 and save it again. And also redirect. So this is reverse polls results. So basically, like we discussed in the last tutorial, this reverse function will actually go and look for in polls app, and name is equal to results. So it will look for all the paths. So wherever it once it finds its first result, it will show you the URL for that one. And in our case, it is to first look for app name polls, and results is this. So this is what it's going to show: question ID and results, and argument is already being passed here, question.id. And it is very important to use reverse function, otherwise we will have to hard code the URL, and every time we make some changes with the URL, we will have to come back and change it everywhere. So this is a good practice to use reverse function. Fine, let's scroll down and go to that question. After somebody votes in a question, the vote function view redirect to the results page for the question. Let's write that view. Let's go to views and results. Yeah, so we will delete everything what we have added so far and replace it with this. No, it did not copy. Yeah, oh, I'm sorry. And there might be indentation error. Yeah, so basically it is getting the question from here. So fetch that question or show 404 and render the results page and pass the question variable in there. Okay, fine. Let's look here. Vote template does not exist. Oh, we need to add the results template, polls, and then results.html. let's copy and paste it, I'm sorry. Shows the question, and for each choice shows choice text and the count of votes. Yeah, and then vote choice dot votes pluralize. Yeah, so pluralize means to say whether if there is only one, then it will show one vote, and if there are two, it will show two votes. So we are just doing it just for SNES. Let's do it again. Yeah, two votes. That's the job of pluralize. And there is vote again. So what this does, it goes to the same page. Yeah, the page for this, the details page of this question. Then the code for our vote view does have a small problem. It first gets the selected choice from the database, computes the new value of votes, and then save it back to the database if the two users. Alright, so it has got a problem. If there are multiple users trying to vote something, then they won't be able to do it, because there'll be some problem. They'll be able to do it, but the number of votes won't increase how it should be increasing, because it says that if there are 42 votes and the votes retrieved by one particular user is 42, and if both users are online, then if both the users are voting at the same time, then vote will be increased to 43 instead of 44. So to get rid of that, we can use F. Okay, how does that solve the problem? I did not quite get it. Where do we have to put F? I guess in the views. So selected choice dot votes. That's where we have to do it. Selected choice dot votes plus is equal to 1. So I think we should be able to do it like this. Is equal to selected choice dot votes plus 1, and just do this. Will it work? p3 now. F is not defined. I'm not doing something correct. Okay, we will solve it later because I can't find it being mentioned here in the documentation. Use generic views. Less code is better. Okay, now we will have to do some changes in the template. This works fine, but I'm not sure why. But it'll be interesting though to find a smaller version of it, something which requires you to add less codes. First open the polls urls.py, polls urls.py, and change it like, okay, we are going to do major change into this. So instead of simple view, we are going to change it to index view as view. Same with this. Now instead of question ID, we are doing pk, and for this one I'm not sure why we are leaving it as question ID if we are changing it on this one. Detail view as view. Results view as view. And for both, we are leaving it as it is. We are not using the generic views into that one. Note that the name of matched pattern in the path string of the second and third pattern has changed from question ID to pk. Okay, we have noted it already. Amend views. Next, we are going to remove our old index detail. Okay, sorry, views, and we are going to rename it with index view. Alright, let's doing the major change into this one. So it works quite differently. So this is the generic view, list view. You need to provide template name and context object name is equal to latest question list. Index view detail and results. Let's change it all with this. I think this is what probably is happening, that in the background it just assigns the whatever it fetches from this view, it just assigned to this particular variable. I think that's how it's working. We are using two generic views, list view and detail view. For the index we are using list view, and for detail detail view and result view. We are using detail view. There's two kind of generic views. That's it. It was a bit difficult though, but we have done it. We have to import generic in there. Yeah. Let's see if it is still working as it is. Yeah. Okay guys, see you in the next video. Thank you so much.